Well, I'm 88 years old, and each year I say, this is my last. But God just puts that spear in my heart. Dr. Keith Hamilton said, Borgie, we may not bury you in Alaska, but we're going to bury your heart here in Alaska. And I think that's true.
Yeah, you guys are heading off in July at our what number trip is this going to be for Forest Park?
This is number 20 for me.
Number 20 for you,
yes.
Okay.
It could be 21 for the church. One year I didn't go, and Gary Tidball was gracious, and he was our fearless leader.
He led that time.
And he led that time.
Okay.
Yes, this is number 20.
Number 20. What kind of work are you going to be doing?
In 2000, what was it? 16. We built the Forest Park Counseling Center.
Right
there, and it was designed for 50 kids. They had 5 full-time counselors.
Okay,
and now they have increased to in excess of 100. So they needed a larger counseling center. What year did we go, Luke? Because you were there.
Yeah, I think we either went in 2022 or 2023, somewhere. It's been 2 or 3 years.
Yes, we added the 4 offices, a conference room, and a bathroom to it.
That was from the ground up.
We started with the footings.
Right.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And when we left, we had the roof on.
We did, yes.
That was an amazing.
It was an incredible 2 weeks.
It really was.
Just threw up the building.
Then the following September, 6 of us went in the fall.
You went back.
And we completed the interior.
Okay.
We did all the painting, put 16 inches of insulation in the roof. A group of fellows hung all the doors, completed the plumbing, cut the doorway between the new and the existing.
Right.
And completely finished the interior, except for carpeting. And we would have done that. However, they didn't have it yet.
Oh, they
So the following week, 3 of the local people right there at the college installed the carpet. And by the end of October, they were occupying the space. They needed it done by the end of October in order to get their $175,000 grant that they had asked for.
Gotcha.
And everything worked fine.
That's amazing.
However, they didn't expect to have the outside done. So it's still just the paper lining on the outside.
Oh, it doesn't have siding yet?
It hasn't had siding.
All right.
And the first one is the log siding. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of maintenance on that. So over the years, they've been taking the log siding off, and they do have a person who is purchasing it. So that's kind of nice.
Oh, it's amazing.
So we're taking the log siding off of the existing and then re-siding the entire building.
Okay.
With that new gray Tech-Lite siding. It's virtually maintenance-free.
Okay.
Never have to do anything.
You're cutting in and out, so pull that mic up just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. So talk to me a little bit. We were very moved when we went about the need for counseling. Can you talk to me about the mission and ministry of Alaska Christian College and how that counseling center specifically is impacting the Native Alaskans?
Let me give you a little history or a little geography lesson on Alaska, and then I'll get into that answer. Alaska is 2.5 times bigger than Texas.
Right.
It's huge.
Monstrous.
If you start way west at the tip of the Aleutian Islands and go east to Juneau and down the Inland Passage, which is also Alaska, and you pick it up and put it on the continental United States, it goes from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
Okay.
That's how large it is. The city of Grand Rapids the greater Grand Rapids area has many more people than the entire state of Alaska. There's only 740,000 people in Alaska, and half of them live in Anchorage. How about the Eskimo, the native people? They're not quite sure. It's hard to get a population count. So they estimate, and it's a big estimation, somewhere between 25 and 35,000 Eskimos. That's not a lot. That's only 4% of their total population. That is something. And about 1% of those live in the large cities. So maybe 25, 30,000 live in all their little villages. And but there's a problem with that over the years. The villages were so small that there was a lot of intermarriage because there's no population there. And so it was a struggle with it. And they did things that weren't real Christian, allowing foreigners to come in and maybe begin a new seed or something in it. But the advent of the dish and TV, they begin to realize, oh, this isn't right. And they have changed their attitudes on that. But it was changed mostly because of things happening at ACC. They have the 2-year extensive Bible study program for young men who become pastors.
Oh.
And these pastors are going back into their communities and teaching the Word of God. And they're really beginning to understand, and it's just a wonderful movement. If I can tell a quick story, back in 2006, a young girl was there at the college. I'll give her first name only, Ray. And Ray had come out of the little community, and both her parents were alcoholics. They split and left the community totally, their village. And she was left to raise 2 younger children. Well, that was quite difficult, but she managed to do it. She was a tough little girl. She had a cousin who had gone to ACC, and he said when she graduated from their little school they had, that you should go to ACC. And she found a way to go. The local people took care of the 2 younger siblings, and but she had a tough time. Talking to Dr. Keith Hamilton, the president, he said at least twice they almost had to remove her and ask her to go home. She just wouldn't keep up with the program. God took a hold of her and turned her life around. She accepted Christ, and now she was a brand new lady. She did so well in her classes. She was top in her class. The governor happened to hear about ACC, and he was so excited because with these young boy pastors going back into the community and teaching the Word of God, it had cut the suicide rate of young people by 25%.
No way.
He was excited about that.
No kidding.
So he came to the college and was introduced to Ray. And over the next few hours, I think it was even a day or two, the governor and Keith Hamilton made phone calls. And I'm going to get emotional.
That's all right. That's a very powerful story.
Ray was the first natural Eskimo person to enter any of the military academies. She was accepted into Annapolis.
Whoa.
She graduated Lieutenant JG, junior grade, but did so well. She worked herself up. She was a lieutenant commander, helicopter pilot in the United States Navy.
That's incredible.
Isn't that a story?
Wow.
Beautiful young girl. It was amazing. We had the privilege of having her between the time she graduated and went to Annapolis, come to our house, and she stayed with us for about 3 days.
Okay, how fun.
So that was very exciting. Yeah.
So this is the kind of work and mission that ACC is really all about. It's bringing the power of Jesus Christ, the power of the gospel.
It's amazing that the greater percentage of the young people that come to AC, it's the first time they have ever left their village.
Okay.
There are no roads to their villages, none. The only way in and out is snowmobile or airplane.
Okay. Yeah. They all have runways, right? I think when we were there, we got to visit an aviation ministry.
There is, yes. And years ago, we were able to go with that aviation ministry. They would take us for rides, an hour ride, and visit the glaciers or the grasslands.
Right.
It was exciting, but now they are so busy transporting missionaries all over Alaska.
So cool.
So it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah, it's really wonderful to see what God is doing through His kingdom.
Yes.
All the way down here in Michigan and all the way up through in Alaska, especially. Is Keith Hamilton still the president? Is he still going?
The president.
Okay.
He started back in 1999.
99. All right.
And was told to go find a piece of property to have a small college.
Mm-hmm.
Well, early 2000, he and his wife Debbie and 2 very young children, they found this very large ranch-style home with 19 acres.
Mm-hmm.
I think it had 7 bedrooms. It had an indoor swimming pool.
Okay.
It was quite a house. With no money, no staff, no anything, he bought and started the Alaska Christian College.
Okay.
There. But he was able to get the funding and got it paid for. And now they're close to 30 acres of property. I forgot how many buildings they have on now. This original building is all staff quarters now. But way back, 2002, I can remember taking a large group from here, and we completely remodeled the inside of that house so they could use it for the school. Those bedrooms, as small as they were still made into little classrooms. The swimming pool had a floor put over it. They abandoned the pool, and it became a library. And I have videos yet of all our people up there on scaffolding, painting, doing all the chores you needed. And the kitchen, oh my goodness, it was not much of a kitchen, but they cooked some awfully good meals. We cooked all our own food when we were there.
Originally, okay.
Even up until we had the new dining hall and kitchen facility, even with that, we still cooked our own meals. But now they have a full-time staff.
They fed us very well when we went a couple of years ago.
They do. It's exciting. Yeah.
So most of the work involved whenever we take trips up there is construction. Working on buildings, grounds, that kind of stuff. Any other kind of work that's going to be going on? I know there was we brought some artists last time, and
they're going again this time.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes. They did a beautiful painting. It must be 9 feet long, 4 feet high.
Right.
And it's a depiction of Alaska. It is amazing. We have some great artists.
We do.
And they're going again. There are 7 of us going.
And it's hanging in one of those buildings in the college somewhere.
Things have really changed. We used to go. When we built the original counseling center, I took a team of 36 up there for 2 weeks. And when we left, we closed the front door and put the key in the lock, and it was, what an experience. And we did everything. The early days, my wife, Sue, by the way, she got to go 14 times.
Did she really?
Yes, amazing. Sue and Anna Jean Beaucamp and her husband at that time, the four of us would sit around a kitchen table for a day and plan every meal of every day for that week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever it was. Then we'd fly up a day early and go to, they had a place somewhat like our Gordon Foods.
Okay.
And we were able to purchase all the food that we would have for the amount of time we were there, all the meals. And they did have a nice walk-in cooler and freezer, so that helped a lot. But, how things have changed from then till now. It was so primitive at the beginning, and now it's a beautiful campus. And they just completed the gymnasium.
Oh, they got the gym all wrapped up?
It's all used.
That was huge.
It all. It
was
is
a monster.
It is huge. It's going to help so much because basketball is the number one sport in Alaska.
Okay, yeah, I remember that we played with some of the kids when we went.
Yeah, they had about a 30-foot square piece of concrete with a basket at one end outdoors.
Right.
And all winter they would shovel the court and play.
So that they could keep playing.
Now they have this beautiful facility.
Oh, it's wonderful. You said there was about 100 students?
Well, they're still building up. They were up to 118.
Okay.
And then COVID hit.
Oh, gotcha.
And they went down dramatically. They were down to about 60.
Okay.
They're up to, I think, the graduating, they're about 90 this year.
So they're building back up.
Yeah.
And they offer a 2-year associate's degree, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't tell you the degrees, but they have six.
Six different
degrees.
Okay.
Some are pre-nursing, teaching, of course, pastors. It's a wonderful program that they have. In, let's see, 2015, I think, was the highlight of all my trips. All 5 of my children and their spouses went up and worked.
All right.
That was an amazing time. Yes, I have to take a deep breath just thinking about it each time.
Got to serve with families. And we got generations going.
Yeah. Now, for those that would think about going, all we've talked about is work.
Sure.
There are
it is. We do work.
And we work hard, and we get a lot. I will say that several of the full-time contract people that are there all summer to help coordinate everything has said the Muskegon group always sets the bar so high that it's pretty difficult for the other groups.
It's because you're so out there inspiring us to work harder.
It's it's nice. They've had to restrict it now. You're only allowed 10 people from the church to go.
Okay.
You're allowed only 1 week.
Interesting.
Because they have 4 churches each week that go for 14 weeks. That's a lot of churches.
That's a lot of churches that are up there building.
Yeah. So they have 40. And of course, we now stay in the new dormitory, which is, that's like a 3-star hotel.
Yeah. put us up nice.
Yes,
they're really, really great buildings.
It really is.
You get your rest. If you can, in the summer, there's only like 3 hours of actual darkness. So it kind of messes with your head a little bit.
Isn't that true?
You got to wear your sleep band to make sure that you were well rested.
Yeah, we've sat around the fireplace with s'mores and things, and the sun is up. It looks like about 4 o'clock, and it's 11 o'clock at night.
Right. So you talked a lot about the work. Talk to us about the play. What do we get to do whenever we go to Alaska and we're off the clock?
We always fly in on Saturday, and we have good flights this time. We're going to be in at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we've got all afternoon to settle in and so forth. We skip church Sunday morning.
Oh.
We have our devotion on the way in the 15-passenger vans that they have. And we board a little cruise ship that holds about 120 people. And we go whale watching and seal watching.
That's around Resurrection Bay, right?
That's correct. And they go into and up to a glacier. And there have been times they get within a few thousand feet. They can turn the engines off so it's quiet, and you can hear that glacier moving. It's like shotgun shells going off every once in a while. And we've been fortunate enough to see a few of the cavitations, the big pieces fall in. They have also scooped a piece out of the water, and it might be the size of a bushel basket. It's very heavy, and it is so crystal clear you can see right through it. Mm-hmm. And they say that some of those glaciers are a mile thick, and some of that ice could be as much as 400 years old.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we each get to hold it.
Yeah, it's difficult to describe just how blue the water is, just the mountains, the glaciers, all the animals that you see. Just the beauty of Alaska is...
Oh, it is awesome.
It's just indescribable.
You sit back and then you think of creation, how God made all of this. We have too many people in our church that haven't had the experience of going.
And we need them.
We do.
You need to go. You got to experience. It's
so
just one of the amazing experiences that you get to have whenever you're there. You get to do this wonderful ministry to these Native Alaskan young people, and you also get to explore the beauty of Alaska when you're off the clock. Can you describe to me just the blessing that it is when you go on this mission trip? Because every time you go on a mission trip, you receive more than you give.
Always. It is so fulfilling, and it goes with you for days and days and days after. It's hard to explain. Mm-hmm. It really is. I've told people that you're going to be a new person when you go, and when they get home, they'll be at the coffee hour a couple weeks later, and I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's so fulfilling. Well, we take little tools like a screwdriver, a hammer, a wrench, these little tools, and we are building these big tools for God to use. And here it is. It might only be a dining hall, but what a tool that is for God to use to minister to these young people. And the new gymnasium. Can I beg a little bit?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Make your pitch.
The gymnasium is all up. What was it? 2.8 million or something. It's all paid for. Each person that goes each year is required to pay. We used to pay $300 to purchase materials that we are going to work with. And it's been going up and up and up. This year it's $550, and the expense of round trip tickets, $1,100 to $1,300 this year.
Right.
And then with that $550 plus the $350 for the room and board and so forth, it's pressing $2,200-$2,300.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
Not counting any side trips you take. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of people that can't go to Alaska, but maybe they'd like to be a part of it. what we are going to be asking for is donations for the material cost of going.
Okay.
If they would help to pay for the materials at $550 per person. And if they would just write a check to Forest Park Covenant Church and whatever donation they give, and on the memo line put Alaska 2025.
Okay.
And that would help some of the people considerably because it's quite a trip.
Yes, then offset the cost for that. So if you're feeling so led to give, again, it's an amazing ministry, and we're blessed to be able to send people there. One of the other benefits that came to mind, you really connect and bond with other Forest Parkers while you're there. The people that we went on there, every time I see them, like, we swung axes together, we built a building together, we worked together, and that's just it's a difficult relationship and bond to describe, just as fellow church Christian people that have done a mission together. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, a lot of it is the mid part of our country too. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan. There's a lot of covenant churches there, and they come. But this last time we went, there was a nice group that came from California, and that was an interesting group. Just to see the cultural differences between California and Michigan.
Right.
It's amazing.
So you get to meet new people.
Yes. And it's amazing how many people do repeat and come. We've had some good repeaters. I think Joy Holtz, it's 7 or 8 times she has gone. Gary Tidball has gone 6 or 7. Denny Maka and his wife have been there, I think 5 times. Of course, my wife Sue went 14.
Yes. Yeah. Once you get the bug, you just want to go back.
It does.
Yeah. One other thing that I wanted to bring up, I'd like you to tell us your age and talk to me about how you stay so inspired and energized, and how God is still moving and working in your life.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm 88 years old. And each year I say, this is my last. But God just puts that spear in my heart. Dr. Keith Hamilton said, Borgie, we may not bury you in Alaska, but we're going to bury your heart here in Alaska. And I think that's true. It started years ago. I'll tell you, my mother and father, when my father finished his career at Orchard View School, they went to the Belgian Congo as short-term missionaries for a year. And that kind of started the bug a little bit. And then, it's been a lot of years ago. We started with the Dr. Camps and Dr. Mead and a group of the nurses, and went to Ecuador on that medical trip. That was absolutely amazing. And then Sue and I got to go with a group out of Texas, Gift International, to Guatemala for 2 years. And then I've been to Mexico 3 times, building houses in Mexico with our church in Arizona. That's been fun. And a couple of times to Kentucky, to that mission. And then I took a group of Forest Parkers to Kenya, Africa. And when Wally was there, and we rebuilt a lady's home. She was the head counselor at the hospital, the chaplain. And that was amazing. Rebuilt her entire kitchen and bathroom and redid her electrical for her. And the ladies reupholstered all her furniture, made new curtains. The joy that you get doing that, it lives with you forever. It does. It does not go away.
You just have the heart of a missionary.
I guess so. That's, now I say this is my last one.
Until the next one, right?
Oh,
I was reading scripture this morning through Proverbs 16:31 says, "Long life is granted to the righteous." And I was thinking about you and this leading this trip. Like, you have been granted long life because you love God and you do His work. So you're a very inspiring person, Richard.
You can't outgive God. God gives you back so much more. I have to admit, I laid in bed last night knowing I would be here doing this and talking to myself, thinking of everything, and I thought, is he able to do a 2-hour podcast?
Yeah, we talk as long as you want. Well, again, thank you.
It has been wonderful.
Good. Thank you so much. And we're going to see you on Sunday. And you can share a little bit with them in person for those who don't get to watch the podcast. Anything else that we need to cover? Oh, what dates are y'all heading out?
We're going July 12th through the 19th.
Okay, so in about a month we're looking at a full week there.
Yeah. We're going to meet at Sharon Hoscoe's house coming up the 24th of this month for a little night of hot dogs and just learn about our group and how we can best fit things together and do our job when we get there. Planning is a big thing, and our groups have always planned well, and God is so good. Oh, unbelievable. And I'm so thankful for Sharon because she's the one that's putting this one together. I've done very little work, a lot on the telephone with her, but she has done most of the work. And Sharon, I thank you.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much. We'll be praying for you, and if you'd like to give, again, as you said, just write a check to Forest Park Coming to Church to help offset some of the building costs. And blessings on you, sir, as you lead this mission trip.
Thank you, Luke, and praise to God. Thank you.